You bloody keep quiet or you'll be thrown out. British Airways crew intimidates 3-year-old Indian child in a shocking behavior. British Airways crew intimidated a 3-year-old Indian child for crying and offloaded the family of a joint secretary-level Indian officer. New Delhi, a senior Indian official has accused leading European airline British Airways of racial behavior after he and his wife were offloaded from its flight last month because their 3-year-old child was crying. The 1984 batch Indian Engineering Services officer has sent a complaint to Aviation Minister Sara J in this regard. He is currently posted as a joint secretary-level officer in the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. In his complaint to Minister Sara J, the officer alleged humiliation and racial behavior by British Airways, The Times of India reported on Thursday. As per the report, the incident happened on July 23 on British Airways London-Berlin flight BA 8495. The report states that the child was crying as the plane was preparing to take off. While the mother managed to make the child stop crying, the airline crew allegedly behaved with the family in an intimidating manner and asked the child to remain seated. This scared the child even further and he started to cry inconsolably. The pilots then decided to abort the takeoff and brought back the aircraft to the terminal. The cabin crew then offloaded the Indian family as well as some other Indians seated behind them. Reacting to the development, a British Airways spokesperson said, "We take claims like this extremely seriously and do not tolerate discrimination of any kind. We have started a full investigation and are in direct contact with the customer." The airline said in a separate statement, "It is a safety requirement for all airlines that passengers are seated and have their seat belt fastened for takeoff. We are investigating the complaint and will liaise with our customer." In his complaint letter, the officer told Minister Prabhu, "After security announcement for seat belt, my wife fastened the seat belt to my 3-year-old baby. Seated on a separate seat, my son felt uncomfortable and started crying. My wife managed to comfort him by taking him in her arms. Male crew member approached us and started shouting, scolded my son to go to his seat. My son got terrified and started crying inconsolably. An other Indian family sitting behind us offered the child some biscuits to console him. My wife again put the boy on his designated seat and fastened the seatbelt even though he kept on crying. The same crew member came again and shouted at my son that, 'You bloody keep quiet otherwise you will be thrown out of the window, and we would be offloaded.' We were petrified," the letter states. As per the report, the officer said that as the plane returned to the terminal, the airline crew called in security personnel and asked their as well as the other family's boarding passes to be taken away. My family and another Indian family, which had offered biscuits to my son, were offloaded, the officer said in the complaint. The crew member made racist remarks and used words like bloody about Indians. I request to have the matter investigated and take strictest possible action, he added. Woke story babysitter hears noise upstairs, so dad checks hidden camera. Woke story undo sponsored links promoted links you may like. Editorchoice.com most lavish celebrity homes on the planet. Editorchoice.com Unda Blade 360 drone revolution in Singapore. The concept is genius. Blade 360 undo sponsored links promoted links taishengglobal.com Trump S tariff war comes too late. taishengglobal.com undo sponsored links promoted links recommended for your tea. Asked PMO about 15 lakh rupees promised by PM Narendra Modi. Here's the reply. Under Devi's death not an accident, it's a planned murder, says ex-cop under Vikings. Free online game. Play this for 1 minute and see why everyone is addicted. Vikings, free online game. Undo sponsored links promoted links